Okay, now we're going on to the next one. And let's see how many we got left. We got a lot left.
I just wanted to say, of all the matchups you've brought to the table here, I'm
You
the
think
most
this is the
confident.
toughest?
I'm the most confident in the Alabama pick.
Of all the ones we have.
Whoa. What about the UCLA LSU pick, Rob?
Yeah, Bob.
Yeah.
What about the UCLA pick, Rob? In other words, Rob, you're asking Bob about the UCLA.
No, I'm just
Bob
making
was
a
asking.
statement. I'm just making a statement. If it's me,
you're most confident, Alabama, Miami.
I'm most confident in Alabama. But I wouldn't even play the other games. I put everything on that game. But that's me. I'm an all or nothing guy. Don't follow me.
I know.
Don't listen to me.
But Rob, don't you think the UCLA has a good chance to be? Because it's only 4 points.
I think UCLA is going to win that game.
Beat LSU.
I think UCLA is going to win that game.
Right.
I happen to think they might win that game. I think it'll be close enough with 5.
Because I'm just going by my confidence in the outcome, and I just the spread being it's LSU, Bob. It could be an overtime game or something. I'm just saying it's going to be a sea of red in that dome. No Miami fans going to be there, and Alabama is going to crush them.
Wait a minute. But Miami takes their fans with them in a neutral site. They bust them in. That's not true.
They don't have that. Their fan base isn't that big.
Oh, well,
they're really not.
You know what you could do? You could look up the Atlanta Dome. Is it the Mercedes? See how many seats, because it's got to be equal, because it's a neutral site game. They'll probably have Alabama and Miami fans.
That place is going to be a sea of red, guys. It's going to be a sea of
red.
You think
it'll be more Alabama than Miami?
No question about it.
We got a great one to follow. Alabama versus Texas A&M, I believe at A&M, and I have bet this game every year for the last few years, thinking that Alabama, with their schedule, is going to slip up somewhere in Texas where the fans are very rabid, like rabid wild animals in the woods. Alabama, Texas A&M, check it. It's at Alabama at A&M, October 9th. Noon, national TV. Roll out of bed. Everyone's going to watch this. I know you are, Robster. Alabama, Texas A&M.
Hold on. I can relate to you in thinking that's going to be Alabama's slip-up game. I would think that too, but it hasn't happened. So
I know it hasn't happened. I keep waiting for all the things that should happen that haven't happened.
Herb, you know why it's not happening with them? Because they're above it, because they're great. They're just winning every day.
You know what that is? That's the thing Rob and I have discussed in this way. I have had enough of Tom Brady. Did you hear what Peyton Manning said at the Hall of Fame ceremonies? He said he went through everyone. He said a couple of great lines. He said, I'm glad that Ray Lewis was here to finish up on his speech from last year when he was inaugurated, which was 3.5 hours now and 2.5 hours today. So he finished it up for 6 hours. And my friend and fellow competitor Tom Brady is out there in the audience, and they showed him. He looked great. And he says when he's up here getting his thing in 2035, meaning he's going to play another 9 years.
Right.
Everyone laughed and hysterical. I know Rob loves him or likes him and doesn't mind it. I don't know what you think, Bob. I want your opinion. I want all underdogs to win. I want other people to win. I want him out. I want Aaron Rodgers out with his mouth.
Oh, he's a pest. That guy's crazy.
Not only a pest, Bob, but listen to the words. You ready? I'm tired of him playing coy, hazy, mysterious, and superior. I want him carted off 5 minutes into week 1, first quarter. Enough of him. Do you agree?
So we just lost all the
Now you lost Wisconsin and we lost SEC.
Herb, you're blowing up this whole show. We're going to lose all these audience members.
Well, they're going to come back for – who is that idiot named the Herbmeister?
Exactly. Yeah, maybe it'll backfire and it'll actually be a draw.
Well, actually, no. You know American psychology. They'll be back for more. They'll be calling in. You won't be able to handle the phone.
Hate is a very powerful motivation to pay attention to a show.
Yes, it is. Hate is the other side of love. Hate is hate is so strong only love can understand it.
Yeah, right.
But
all right, what are we doing? Alabama at Texas A&M. Rob, you were up to. You could understand
Alabama is going to win that
You
game.
could understand my slip up, but Bob just came in with they don't slip up because they're too good.
That's
where we left it off.
They're going to win by 12. Alabama's winning by 12 at Texas A&M.
And now Bob.
Okay, Bama's better, obviously, but A&M's good too, and they're home. So I'm going to go with Bama by 10. How about that?
Bama by 10. What did Rob say?
He said 12.
Bama by
12.
The odds are 10.5.
Damn.
Wow.
Right in the middle, and Bob right a half off. Rob right there with 12.
1.5 off.
I took 10.5, of course, with 10.5 over Alabama. You think that's a live bet?
You know what? They're going to play their ass off and all, but I just don't. Alabama is so good, and he coaches them. Here's the deal with that. Even if they get hurt, he is recruiting so good, and they said it's the best recruiting class. Like I said before, it's not going to matter. The next guy is going to come in, just going to take the guy's place and beat you.
Well, on top of that, you just said 10. Rob said 12. It's 10.5. So you're both right there.
Right.
And I would play. I liked it. This game draws me in. I'm all in on Bama this year.
You're going to follow this one up. Here we go.
I would play 10.5.
How's this one? The Red River rivalry, and we're not talking John Wayne and Montgomery Cliff in Red River. Neutral site. The home that Jerry Jones built, Dallas. What is it? AT&T Park, or what did he? What naming rights did he get for like $30 million or $30 billion? Neutral site, Dallas, home of the Cowboys, Week 6, Oklahoma versus Texas. The Red River rivalry, October the 9th. Rob, Herb's birthday, Friday, October the 8th.
I don't think Texas is going to be that good. I don't think Sarkisian is going to make it happen. Oklahoma's going to dominate this game.
Who's giving the odds first?
But I don't think the spread will show how much I think they'll crush them. But I'm going to go Oklahoma 13.
Bob?
Yeah, it's a neutral site. Oklahoma's good. Yeah, I'd say about Oklahoma by 10. No, I think so.
Oklahoma 10.5.
Whew,
the Herb
Bob, killing it.
I have Texas with 10.5, hoping for some sort of shootout in the Red River rivalry. On to the next one.
Last pick, folks.
This is the last pick. And then because after this one, okay, Georgia versus Auburn. I believe it's at Georgia, October 9th, 12 noon. Okay,
so
guys?
Herb, we're gonna see Georgia be 8-point favorites at home.
You got a tough one to beat on that, Bob. Go ahead.
Auburn is home.
Now, Rob, are you going with Georgia? Did you say 8?
Georgia crushed Auburn last time. So I'm going to say that I'm going to stick with my 8. I'm going to stay even on the road. I'm going to say Georgia's 8.
Georgia is 8th favorite at Auburn.
Okay, I got Auburn at home by 7 because that's between 3 and 7 is what they give the home team.
Rob evens up the score with Bob. Tally equal. Georgia 9. Herb took Auburn with 9. Rob had 8. Bob had 7. I took 9. A lot of symmetry in there. Rob, you got it. You went out with a win to tie it up.
Georgia all the way to the bank.
Georgia 9. How's that? I think it could be a competitive game.
Now, Georgia's favorite in that game?
At Auburn, 9.
Wow. I'll take that.
I mean, I took 9. Rob, you said it would be 8, right?
I said 8.
Oh, yeah. Rob, you might as well make a comment. If you made it 8 and I took 9, do you think that's a live one?
Auburn at home, though, it's hard to pick against them just as a pick. I mean, I guess the line because I figured that would be the line.
It's not between the hedges at Georgia.
But,
it's not over there.
If I'm picking, I can't kick against Auburn at home. It's not like Georgia's
I'm getting 9 with them. All they have to do is stay in the game with Georgia.
I think Auburn might even win this game. I could see it.
I think what happened was Rob actually thought that Georgia was the home team when you pick.
But I still
Well, now that you know Auburn's home, you still like Georgia by 8,
I still think
right?
Georgia is the favorite. Yeah,
Yeah, they are. They're 9.
That was my guess. I just think. But
now I'm not going to get this score until I come back from the park, Rob. With Willie and Doc. Why don't we just check one thing? What's that opening game you said? Syracuse who?
Syracuse opens up on the road against Ohio. Thankfully, Ohio's coach, Frank Solich, who's a very good coach, retired just like a month ago.
Let's get that odds for Rob now.
I mean, we better be at least I'm going to predict the line, but I'm not making a prediction of the game. I think Vegas will
make
make
the line, but not a prediction. What day is it? What day?
I don't know off the top of my head. It's the first opening weekend.
Okay, let me find it, and then let me just see if it's listed even.
It's the 4th.
It's the 4th? Okay, I'm skimming down.
I mean, Vegas does not like us
wait a minute.
this year.
I have Syracuse, Ohio. Is that wrong?
That's correct.
That's right.
Is that the one you're talking about?
That's the one I'm talking to. Frank Solich, the former Nebraska coach, went to Ohio after they fired him, and he was good.
Solich was a good coach.
He was good for what they were. They're a MAC program, but he made them competitive. I'm glad he retired.
I didn't hear clearly when you mentioned the opening weekend. I thought you said something like Temple, Syracuse. Did I mishear or something?
You definitely misheard. It's definitely
okay. So it's Syracuse at Ohio, correct?
Yes,
and Make the line. I know you're not picking it, and I'm forced not to bet on it.
I'm not picking it, and if Vegas picked them to be favorites, I'm going to be pissed. But I'm going to say Syracuse 2.5.
And you, Bob?
I'm going to say 3.
Syracuse 1-point favorite, -1.
Wow.
Okay, so at least they made them favorites.
And just let me see, just for the sake of it, what is the?
I mean, they're going off the 1-10 season.
Yeah.
You were 1-10 last year, Rob.
We had over 30 players injured and a bunch others left because of COVID.
Well, just the fact that you're only a 1-point favorite against Ohio on the road, that means
they don't like
Rob. The 1-point
on
favorite on the evil side and 1-point favorite on the good side, and you nailed it.
It means they don't think they're very good. That's what it means.
The over/under on Syracuse wins by Vegas is 3 this year. By the way,
I know they have. You're not going to even make that pick.
I don't make any picks when it comes to Syracuse. I'm superstitious.
The over/under on wins. I was going to ask you about that. 3.5 sounded like an awful low number.
It is terrible.
That's what I'm saying. You know what? That's 1 is even lower. I mean, that just goes to show, if Syracuse.
No. 1 is the odds on the first game, Bob. Right. The odds are 3.5 for wins for the year.
Right. What I'm saying is they don't think much of them. Because that's pretty low.
Oh, yeah, they don't. Yes, of course. Yeah. Bob, it's been a pleasure. I hope everything went the way you want. Rob, when you have a free time, give me a call, give me an assessment. Everything, hope all went well both ways. Bob, and Rob. Herb signing off, the Herbmeister, and we'll speak to you soon. How's that? Looking forward to talking to everyone out there in the perhaps next time it'll be pro football or whatever, baseball playoffs or whatever we got.
We'll have you back for NFL. Sure. Everything. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, Herbmeister. You take care.
You too. Get back to me whenever you get a chance with an assessment. Okay, Rob?
You got it, buddy.
Bye-bye. Stay healthy, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye. There he goes, folks. The one, the only, the Herbmeister. Right here on the Sports Show, signing off with Bob Spino. This is Rob. Take care, everybody.
Have a nice day.